Welcome to the lounge. I know it's been a minute since I recorded something, but I felt compelled to record some things. I know I've been doing some shorts. I got some new shorts for you guys. Hopefully, you guys enjoy it. The reason why I'm recording today is it's probably going to be a brief message. Little joy, a little sad. But today is, well, the early hours of today is one of the most important days of my life. I mean, I had other important days, but this is one of the days that really topped the most important days of my life. And that's going to be the title of this video, the most important day in my life. So, 13 years ago, it was about this time. I couldn't get any sleep because at the time, my child's mother was pregnant with my son. And I know the days of the week don't coincide with the significance of today is, which you guys are probably smart enough to figure out what today is. But I just want to tell the story from my perspective. So, 13 years ago, around this time, well, he was supposed to be born on the 18th of July. He wasn't ready to come out. I guess he felt the way he felt. It's cool. But it was my last day of work for the week. I couldn't get any sleep. So I was just up watching YouTube. YouTube was in its infancy stage during that time. Just watching videos, whatever the case may be. You know, having a couple of drinks, tying in a few. Because I'm like, well, Monday I'm going to be a dad. But, and it was also a very hot day. Like, I don't even know the temperature. What's the temperature going to be later today? Let me see what the temperature is going to be later today. Let me see if it's kind of a repeat from that. Let me see. Yeah, outside of potential rain, that day was about close to the same temperature. It was hot. It was actually sunny. I went to bed thinking, yeah, I'm good. And then the early morning, my child's mother felt she had to wake up and take a shower. I thought that was kind of strange, but I'm like, okay, cool. So, because she said she wasn't feeling well, she was feeling like a lot of pain, but she said, let me go take a shower. Maybe that'll help, the hot water and all of that stuff. But this day 13 years ago, he was ready to come. And drove to the hospital like really quick. I was frantic, of course, because obviously I was hanging out. I didn't think this moment was coming. I don't think this moment was ready. And as I drove to the hospital, of course I was nervous. Waited around, pacing. My family was there. My family got there. And it was a long wait. And by the time you guys see this video, it's going to be the actual birth time of when he was actually born, even though I'm recording prior. But it was a long day. The thoughts that were going on in my head was, damn, I'm barely responsible for me. I'm going to be responsible for somebody else. I I was nervous. I didn't know what I was doing at the time. As most expectant fathers, they don't know what they're doing at the time. And so by this time, like I said, by the time I post this video, it'll be the actual time that he came into this world. That, during the whole process and everything else like that, like, I saw how much pain she was in. And like I said, of course, I was nervous for everything and everybody because he's actually coming. He was 2 days early for me, but a week late for the whole rest of the world. So there was a point where I hear the doctor whisper, and this is something you probably don't want to hear if you're an expecting dad or you're in the middle of the labor process, if you will, that if they don't push that, because I guess the way the crown, I guess I don't want to get too specific. You get to a portion where the head is the hardest part, and right there with the neck, I heard a doctor whisper, if she doesn't push anymore, it's gonna break his neck, and the K word. I turned to her and I said, "You better push like you never pushed before," because that sense of urgency was just crazy. Like, I was already neurotic, so hearing that, I was in a real place. But I don't want to get into all of that part. I want to share a specific memory I never took a picture of, and it's my memory, and I finally get to share it 13 years later. So after he came out, and what they do is, so people that are not parents, or that don't have kids, they don't know, they put them on this table where they wear them, they clean them, and excuse me, and all this type of stuff. So I'm sitting on the other side of the room because the room is big as all hell. Like, it's like a whole nother world. And one of the nurses was like, "Come see your son." So I walk over and I see this little bundle baby. Well, he was kind of long. I guess people could say he was long. And I was so worried I was going to take care of everything. Now, they tell you scientifically, because newborns don't know the concept of smiling and all that kind of stuff, that when they actually smile, they're passing gas and all that kind of thing. He looked at me and he smiled. And even though I know scientifically what happened, it just seemed like it was a sign that everything was going to be all right. And as time has went, and some of you saw my video about Happy Father's Day to the deadbeat dads, I touched on some of the things. But today, that message is not about that. I want to speak about how important he is in my life. And right now, I don't get to talk to him every day. And, and looking back at a day like this, this moment right now, where 13 years ago, he would have been here at this time. The beautiful thing about technology and videos is we can actually document this stuff. And if they ever want to know, they can always refer back to this, and not just the necessary question of, well, why weren't you here, and all of that kind of stuff. That stuff today is not important. I just want to express how happy I was that it came into my life and changed me in some ways for the better. And the hardest part of the whole thing is not having him next to me today. A day that is important to him. And it's also important to myself. And obviously it's important to his mother. Because the laughter, the crying, him being good, him being bad, as he gets older, becoming a teenager, that coming from a boy to a man, that it's a lot of changes for him. And that hopefully I can be there part of the way for him. But I know if this message gets to him, I know a lot of you other guys are going to see this. But hopefully one day he gets to see this message. And I just want to remind him that he's the best thing that happened to me. And that he made the world a little bearable for me. made me make better decisions on certain things in life. I'm not gonna get into that today, but it's one of those, how they say today, if you know, you know, and as a parent, you know, because your kids make you make different decisions that you would make if you weren't responsible for anybody else, you know. So even though I'm a little sad that he's not with me today, I just wanted not just not just expressing myself, or if he ever sees this, not just for him to know, the world to know that, us as fathers, we might not be there every day, but days like this do make it harder because we don't get to share their joy, celebrating their life. And it makes it hard because that we as adults, we're so selfish, we're so caught up in our feelings, we don't understand the significance, what it means to them. So with that being said, like I said, this is gonna be a short one, but the most important part of what I'm gonna say is, son, I love you. Love you more than life itself. And I hope you have a wonderful birthday and many, many more. And to everybody else who gets to have the opportunity of being at the kid's birthday, hold them tight, hold them close, give them love, be there for the nurturing, and take the time to remember not just the fact that it's their birthday, but remember the story that coincides with them actually coming into the world, and how important it is that whether you have a son or daughter, when they come in the world, how important that truly is. Because, well, I don't really know a because, but I just maybe use that word as a filler word, if you will. But I just want to express that today. You guys, I got a lot more to talk about. I'll take the momentarily to maybe go over maybe a couple of next videos, because a lot has been going on in this world. So we're gonna cover a lot, but today I just want to keep this short and brief and celebrate my son and tell him happy birthday and that I love him. And daddy always got your back. Well, I'm not daddy anymore because to him I'm dad. You know what happens when you're a teenager. You're not daddy, you're not mommy. Your mom, your dad. But it is what it is. So you guys have a great night. Enjoy the shorts because I did a few shorts today, so those will be posted as well. I'm gonna post a couple of older ones I had in the can for a little bit, so I hope you enjoy those, get a little laugh, because I think a day like this, I don't want it to necessarily be somber, so I want to throw a little laugh at it too, but just take the time out when it's a day like this for your kid. Just not only celebrate their life but reflect on those times. And also, well, honestly, I don't really have a lot to say because today's a little rough, but with that, you guys have a great night. Hit the comment section if you want. Appreciate all the feedback. Thank you for the support, as usual. And let's keep the lounge open. Have a good night.